to IFX Pro Trading. I'm Mark. Well, what a title to a video. Why most traders are too lazy and fail. How do I explain that? I've probably turned most of you away already. However, in my journey as an educator, which is the standpoint I'm going to give you this from, to give you my perspective in what I see and what brings most of you guys undone. A is you're too lazy to follow through, and at the end of the day, you watch all the wrong places for information, right? It's easily done, easily done. So, in the world of tech today, it seems to be that whoever puts a YouTube video out 30 times a week, it's there. You know, we should try this. We keep seeing it. Must be doing good. Guess what? You've just been conned. I mean, there's only one mob at present that are the big exponents of cons and scams, and they seem to have that, could be an English accent, I'm not sure, but that's what it sounds like. If they were Australian, they wouldn't be allowed to advertise on our internet. They'd be banned, just like all of us guys in Australia that are educators, general advisor certified, but I know, you can't. We need to save that space for all the shonks and the scams. As I've said previously, most of my clients come from this, what we see day in, day out, and all the gimmicks that they use to try and suck you in. You know, probably it lets me down. Maybe I should do a video of me driving my quite nice Mercedes around a house, on holidays. I choose to put video content out where I work, in that work environment. As I say, I am a no thrills person. I'm not out there trying to have the flashiest video on YouTube, which is what it seems to be. That's what people get sucked into. That's the vortex, right? That's what goes on. So that's the first thing. You choose the wrong people to listen to. Yeah. Have a look at the views on my channel compared to the views on some of the other garbage. I can look at a channel and I can spot garbage a mile away. As soon as someone starts trying to tell you, now the MACD was rising and the RSI, and now when you put the trend line on, look, and it comes back, now this candle's a doji candle. As soon as you hear any of that crap, you may as well switch it off, and that's what 90% of them promote. Right? And that's the problem with EAs. And quickly mention that because most of the EAs are derived from indicators which do not work in EAs. You have to have something different from that, which is why what I've developed is different, because I'm using my strategies and then filters on top of that. Okay, so come to listening to the wrong people. Let me share an experience. So I was asked many times over the course of my career doing education, why did I start? Of course, you know, we have this popular thing, if you can't trade, you do courses, rah, rah, rah. Anyway, long story short, I was asked by the Australian Technical Analysts Association, this was about 2013, to do a short presentation on FX trading, my journey. So I went through the journey that I've been on, the ups and downs, and I thought, look, I want to stand out here and do the right thing, because it is a hard journey. Contrary to what we've been told, we just throw our trades on in the morning and we've made, 320,000 today? Oh, yeah, right, in your dreams. It's not like that in the real world, I can assure you. So anyway, I did the talk, and I spent a couple of days doing up just a little trade. It was the Euro New Zealand, the breakout, I think, I can't remember what time frame bar it was. And it was just the breakout of that bar, 3-section trade. For the previous 2 years, it had returned 100% return for the year. Now, well, that's not a lot of money. When we see bank interest at about 4 or 5%, managed funds at about 7 or 8%, it wasn't just too bad, but you had to do it. So that was all right. Yeah, big applause there. That was great. Everyone really appreciated that. A couple of guys come up at the end of the meeting and and wanted to know if I had a book out or something. And I said, no, at that stage I hadn't. I didn't even have a website. Anyway, about, I don't know, 3 months after, one of the guys that was at the meeting gave me a call, got my number and gave me a call. And he wanted to know if I could help him. And I said, yeah. Anyway, we got talking. In the meantime, he'd spent $5,000 on a 3-day course, and the whole box and dice of the whole thing that he'd paid $5,000 for, it was the breakout of the Asian procession. Once it does half of that, that's your trade. He paid $5,000, a day and a half he walked out. It was just a total scam. Anyway, I said, look, yeah, I can put something together for you, and worked out a program. And I said, look, you know, because I didn't know any of the people at that, was the first time I'd ever been to it. I said, you knew all the people there, or a fair few. What was actually the common thoughts, or was there any comments behind the scenes about what I'd done and what I presented? Anyway, he thought for a bit, and a bit of a smile come on his face, and as soon as I saw that, oh, this is going to be interesting. He said, well, probably there was 2 points. One, no one can make 100% a year in FX, it's impossible. And 2, if he can do that, he'd be selling courses. He wouldn't be here giving that for free. Well, I just about fell off the phone. I thought, you have got to be joking. All I went there for was to help people. I had no intentions whatsoever of courses. I went there purely designed to help people. That's my personality. And basically, I got smashed to smithereens. Well, I come home and I laid in bed and I thought, next day I said to my partner, I'm embarking on a new journey. I'm going to now sell courses. I'm going to charge people $5,000 for stuff that I know rather than giving it to them for free, because people don't listen to you. They're so caught up with everything, they don't listen. Golden rule, and I say this in my course, you listen to everyone and then you go and work through it and see if you can find something in there that helps you. That's what you do. As soon as you say, not listening to that idiot, well, guess what? He was probably the idiot that you should have listened to. Now, laziness and people, branching out from this. This is the second part of this. So, last weekend, and like every other weekend, time that you put into trading. So, how many days a week do you think I invest into trading? Is it 1 day, 2 hours a day, 5 days, 3 hours, 4 hours? Well, let me tell you, when I was not inventing the EA, when I was developing the EA, I was putting in something like 60 to 70 hours a week, and I did that for probably nearly 5 months straight. And during that 5 months was actually trading live and dealing with everything, getting things right. The hours and hours and hours and hours that went into that. I could have said, stuff this is too hard, don't worry about it. Had I have given up, there is no way in hell where I would be now. I just don't give up and I don't give in. See, in life, success comes like this. As soon as you hit a roadblock, right, there goes 30% of the people out of it. Oh, too hard. It's like everything. It can't be done. Rah, 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 rah. When I hit a roadblock, I'm looking, okay, so where's the steps to get up over this goddamn hill? I'm looking for the way over it. When you get over that roadblock, guess what? You're on a whole new level again. But there's always going to be another roadblock. So you do the same thing again. That's how successful and professional people make money in this world. They don't sit on their backside, no, I've got to read a chart. Oh, no, I've got to be at the computer. Oh, too hard. Yeah, well, good luck if you want to make money out of trading, because that's what it is. So, time involved. And I've just done an experiment with people in the last week. And it again just confirmed how people they're blasé about what goes on. They're not, Why do they bother? And look, I'm probably going to offend a lot of you guys by what I'm saying here. Look, my apologies for that. If I offend you by what I'm saying, well, I'm sorry, but what I'm giving you is constructive advice. I'm advising you why you're in the position that you are, which is still working a 9-to-5 job, and you'll be there until you're age 65 or 67. Because you procrastinate and whinge and you never look for the right advice. Okay, all right, sorry, there's another 20% gone. See you guys. That's fine, I can live with that. So, last weekend, I came across this 30-section trade. You know, it's not something that I've done all the time. I was just looking through. I'd done a couple of weeks ago about a 40-section trade. It was a little bit harder to get on. This one here basically has got 2 pressure points, but I did it in a way that you actually had to work for it. So, I said about it. I set up a page. Yeah, there's another hour of my time gone, all for nothing. Where if you wanted to have a look, if you were an existing member, you could log in. If you weren't an existing member, you had to sign an email thing, boom, and you're in. Well, guess what? There wasn't one person that did that. Too much hard work. I'm not going to sign in him. I'll be buggered. What, a 30-to-1 trade? So let's just think about what a 30-to-1 trade actually does to your account. 1.5% risk, you're adding anywhere between 50 and 75% of your account value if you can handle it right and you don't get stopped out more than once. That's what it means. But for you, like, no, you'd rather grab 5 points a trade and do 10 trades a week. Anyway, so, and at the end of this, I'm going to go through and just show you what it ended up doing. So, I put that out of all the people that viewed the roundup for last week, I think there was probably about 3% actually went to the members page, and guess what? Out of those ones, there was not one of them even sent an email. You know, I had it in there if you want to learn more. I'll send you the that. But at least I thought someone would at least inquire. Had they inquired, I would have happily told them the ins and outs and explained it to them so that they could get onto it. Not one person contacted me to ask me how it was done. There you go. That tells me what most people are like. That's the journey you're on, guys. So you guys out there, you've got to switch up what you're doing. You've either got to step up to the plate or forget about trading altogether. Don't even bother looking at my videos. I'm too straight down the line for you guys. And as I said, I'm probably going to offend you. I don't care. I tell it how it is. I get more clients by telling it how it is instead of the, it's a walk in the park, you know, we trade down the coffee shop with our mates and, we're at the races and we just made a $320,000 trade or whatever. Oh dear, you know what I'm talking about without elaborating further. So, without further ado, let's just come through and have a look how this 30-to-1 trade unfolded and whether there was any money in it. Okay, let's have a look. All right, so this is the trade that we're talking about, the 30-to-1 trade. I've just done a video of it and to show you guys, and no one bothered to even ask how it was done. Okay, from here we'll just come through. I'll just do a time lapse of the trades coming through, and we will hit a resistance point, and here at some stage come through. Okay, so here we go. So this is where it starts to fake out. So we've had where it's broken up above, right? So that's to get everybody back in long for the breakout. Then it breaks to the bottom side where everybody's stops are. Then it's decided it's going to take those out there. So now it'll play around a little bit, and The trick is going to be here whether it breaks and goes to the upside. If it goes back up through the top where the stops are, then we'll be on a long trade, but we'll wait and see what happens and work from here when it happens. Okay, so we've got past the icky stage here. That was the real test. Now we've got a lower top and another lower top. Now we should start to see some movement and see what we got. So we've got no immediate move up to 30 section trades. It's probably going to go to 5 or 8. It can still extend out to 8 at this stage. And then see, once it gets down to here somewhere, then I'll put the reverse trade in place for it and see how we go from there. All right, we'll update it in another 10 or 12 hours. Okay, so we've moved along, right? We actually got down to 5.5 sections there. Now, bear in mind, the head section is only 8 points. So I'll look at that, and I'll also look at the previous bar was 11 and just see what happens with that as the time goes on as well. So in the code, it actually extended out to here by what happened. But we got to this point here, which was on this 5 section thing, and like that there signals a reverse. So if we look at here, put our lines on here. So what I found with these reverses is the stops need to be back at about 1 section there. If this had gone down here to 8 or 10, you normally reverse on about 1 section prior to that and go. So that way your stops are further back when it does turn. Right? So anyway, that being the case, I turned with this trade and went up, up, up. Then it come all the way back down and I got stopped out, right? And then I didn't know what to do. And then as soon as it did that, the stop was small bar here and broke. I thought, okay, there's our resistance level. That's fine. We're now going to do our march back up. So then I re-entered the positions and headed back up from that and there. Let me just tidy that up there. Yeah, so there's our level there, 1 section under, and from there. Okay, so entered back long and away we go. So now we've got a long situation and we've been down here 5.5 with that. If we look at the 11 under there, 11 fives would be 55 points, and it didn't quite get to the 5 section there. It would have done 4, so we'd be looking at what, 30, 26 back up the other way with 11, or we're looking at 5 here, 5 from 25. So we got 25 on that. So if we work out where 25 is from the breakout there, so from there we're looking at 8 times 24, which is 192 points. Right, 192. Which is there. Or if we're going to use 11 and we got 4, so we'd be looking at 26 multiplied by 11 equals 286 points. So let's just put another line at 286 points. And we can have a look at what it's doing when it gets to either one or the other, take some profit, and then go through from there. So that's 284, 5, 6 is there. Okay, let's just
depress the magnification. So, target 1 and target 2. Let's just come through. There's target 1 taken out, and it blasts straight through it. So, depending on what you use, so you bank 30 sections there, right? And that's where I got out of the trade there. Now, where's it gone from there? And there it is at the end of the week. So it's done 30 sections of the bar before, because that one was so small, right? 4 down, 26 up. Just goes to show, doesn't it? And even if we look at the bar after, let's just see what value it is. This one here is 8 from 13.5. It's 15. So you're going to have 15. So you're going to be looking at 27 multiplied by 15. That would be 405 points. Right, so if we do this here and go to 405, right, let's put our line on there. And where are we coming into Friday's close? There is the close out of the 30 section trade, my friends. So, why would it do that? Let's have a look at a monthly chart. Oh, look at that. Surprise, surprise. We're heading for the old top back in 2014. That's taking trading to a whole different level that I would think none of yous have ever seen or experienced. And that unfolded this week, and anyone that watched the roundup video, they could have taken that trade and made that sort of money out of it, and not one of you guys bothered to even ask.
Well, guys, there it is. There was the final end of the run last night, and what a run it was. Once we got past the single turn and turn back, as I said, well, I should have had my stop a little bit lower looking back at that. Most of them come back and do one section back the other way, and then they continue the march on. And what a march it was. I still managed to milk that trade quite nicely. I was in at first. I closed out at one position, and then yesterday I added positions in again and took it almost to the top. Now, had I have not known about that trade, that was, I think, in the account I was messing with, had about 5.5K in it. I still managed to add 50% to that account, just on the knowledge of that one trade. There it is, guys. So there it is in a nutshell. Why most traders are too lazy and always fail, and they listen to the wrong people. Thank you so much for watching if you got to the end. I appreciate that. If you've got to the end, you're going to be one of the ones that's going to have a close look at your trading and do something different and something constructive. I welcome you to do that, and I invite you to give me a call and see how I can help you in the long run. All right, guys. Thank you. We will talk to you down the track.